Hi everyone, my name is Dr. David Culla. I'm a chiropractor and certified ergonomics assessment specialist. I've done ergonomic studies for dozens, if not hundreds, of medium to large companies, and everybody's talking about standing desks. Now, back when I was doing ergonomic studies, this is how old I am, they didn't have standing desks. They weren't a common thing, okay, where they could go up and down. So let's dive into the Flexispot standing ergonomic desk. So as you can see, it's loudly displayed here. You can see these legs here. This is the cheapest model, so I want to say that. They have all different tabletops, different frames, at all different price points. So that's a good thing. This is not the bottom of the line frame, but there are cheaper ones and there are more expensive ones. The more expensive you go, the more warranty, the longer the warranty, and also it's weighted. It's rated more for heavy weight, so it can take 2, 3, 4, 5, even up to 600 pounds on the E9 frame. This is an E5 frame. They have, again, all different frames, different tops. So let's start with the top here. This is my wife's desk, and she decided to go with the cheaper top. And the cheaper top requires a little more care, right? So if you're rough with your things, with your belongings, maybe the cheaper top is not the best thing to get. Sorry, my cat's getting in the way. By the way, my cat loves this desk. It's cat approved. Not that that matters. But this is the chipboard. The chipboard had the smallest tabletop. So she wanted the smallest desk possible. She didn't want to get it past, I think, 24 inches in depth. So depth was an issue, and then also width was an issue for her. She wanted a really small desk. This is about as small as they come. And again, this is a chipboard. This was $99 extra. If you go with the next phase up, the rubber wood, it's not rubber, it's just called rubber wood, but that is $129, and they come in multiple sizes, widths and lengths, or depth and length. And then you have the bamboo, which is $149, and that's pretty durable. For most things, as long as you don't just slam it on the floor, you're pretty good. Which, why would you do that? And then, of course, you've got your real, like, veneer wood, and they stain it, and that is $275 for that tabletop. Now, of course, prices could change as times change here, but this was shot in March of 26, so if you go to their website, you'll see those tabletops at different prices. Then they have a new desk set. Comes with drawers underneath and a whole set, a desk set. I think it's an L-shaped desk set. But that's the Zenith all-in-one, and that's on sale while I'm doing this video. So that's worth checking out. But let's say you start with the E2 frame, the cheapest of the cheapest frames. That's going to cost you $109 as of now. Then the next one up, and that one, by the way, or this, the E2 frame is rated at 187 pounds on top of it. Okay, now the E9 frame, just to put it into perspective, that's a 5-year warranty, and that one's going to be $599. So that's $600 versus the $109. But that has a much heavier weight rating. Don't quote me on it, but I feel like it's 500 or 600 pounds, the E9 frame. And that kind of helps you dive into, and you can go to Flexispot.com. Now, I want to say this is not a sponsored ad. This is not a sponsored ad. I bought this desk for my wife. Well, actually, she bought it for herself. I didn't buy it for her. I want to show you guys the controls now. Let's go into the controls. Come on over here. Okay, now here are the controls. You can see here's the standing, and it's just going to raise it right up to the height that my wife set for standing. But then we go to sitting, and it will lower it down and give you the height. And there's my cat. See, he loves it when it goes up and down. Anytime this desk goes up and down, he's there in a heartbeat. So now it's sitting. And then you have 3 and 4 for some additional settings. And then you can go up by 1/10 of an inch each time you press the plus and minus sign. And that's pretty much it. The desk is pretty straightforward. Overall, I give this a 2 thumbs up, but I would recommend, if you're going to spend the money on this product. Okay, let me redo that part. Overall, I give this product 2 thumbs up. But again, it's a standing desk. What could really go wrong with it? It's easy to put together. This desk, I put a couple of desks together. This one was a little bit easier than some of the ones I've already put together. It's inexpensive, so this is an inexpensive product. You can find anywhere in your price range. You can find any desk in your price range, I would think. So I would check out Flexispot. Again, this is not a sponsored video. My wife bought this desk herself, but I think all standing desks kind of speak for themselves. But if you're going to get a standing desk and spend the money, maybe you want to spend a little bit more for a nice desk top, because the desk top is the part that you need to last, right? So she got the chipboard, the cheapest, and that is already a little scratched, and we've had it for a couple of months now. So it's got 1 or 2 little scratches on it. So you just have to be more careful with the chipboard. So if it were me, you're going to be using that desk for 10, 15, 20 years, maybe more. Spend a little extra, get an upgraded wood top, my opinion only. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to comment below. And I wish I had a link for you guys to get a discount, but I don't. But really, they are, the prices are good, and you can get them at all different price ranges. And they ship within 2 weeks, you get it delivered. So thanks for tuning in. See you on the flip side. Thank you guys so much. If you got anything from this video, or even if you just like this view of the Empire State Building and the Chrysler Building, give me a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Appreciate you guys.